I'm just feeling wistful, I guess.
Wistful? You mean you're feeling blue?
Well, funny you should ask it like that.
Haha.
No, really. It reminds me of this vacation that Olivia and I took with our family one summer. Instead of the adventure and freedom of flying, Dad thought it would be fun if we rented a car so that we could be boxed up together and do some family bonding. Ford Fiesta style. It was blue.
I'm beginning to see.
Anyway, Olivia and I were stuck in the back seat, elbowing each other most of the trip.
Birds have elbows?
And how, and they're really pointy. Here, feel this. So, there we were, mile after mile of rainforest blurring past the window. Every once in a while, Olivia or I would call out, "I'm hungry, I'm hungry! I'm thirsty, I'm thirsty!" And besides, we can't get these headphones to work either. Those aren't headphones. Those are your seatbelts. Now get those buckles out of your ears and get back into the seats. Dad didn't yell often, but when he did, he yelled loud.
And I'll bet you two really started complaining then.
I wish we'd never come on this trip. It would have been more fun to stay home and molt. You've brought us on this trip simply to kill off our youthful enthusiasm for television and our hunger for legroom, haven't you?
But your parents didn't listen, did they?
Listen, more like, "Hey, dear, look, there's a species of hanging fungi I haven't seen before. That makes 3 to add to our parasite life list on this trip so far." In the meantime, from the back seat, our place of pain, we were still calling out, "We're hungry, we're hungry, we're thirsty, we're quiet."
When parents say quiet and it sounds as if there's a Y in the middle of the word, you know they really mean it.
And after getting our attention, Dad whispered, "I want to tell you a story."
Ooh, a story within a story. This is getting nicely complicated.
And then he told us this story about some friends of his when he was a kid. I've never forgotten it. You see, a new family moved in that didn't have much money. They didn't have a mom, and their dad couldn't keep a job, so they had to keep moving. Their dad's town, our town, was the 15th town they lived in that month.
15 towns in 1 month? That sounds more like migration than job hunting.
Dad said that they thought finally this could be their home, a real home. Maybe it would finally work out. Lots of people in town tried to help. Dad made friends with their son and tried to include him in the recess games at school, but after just 3 weeks, suddenly the whole family was gone. Dad had flown over to invite his friend to spend the night and had found their nest empty, except for a scrap of blue paper hung up above the nest, still attached to the tree. It was a Bible verse, Joshua 1:9, and it said, "Be bold and strong, banish fear and doubt, for the Lord is with you wherever you go." Dad carried the paper in his wallet for years, and he finally gave it to me. See?
Be bold and strong, banish fear and doubt, for the Lord is with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9.
After that, we were pretty quiet.
I suppose that's why your dad told you that story in the first place.
Well, I think it was because we were almost there. Our trip was to Dad's old neighborhood. He wanted to show us his old stomping grounds where his friend had lived in suffering and faith.
Lord, help us all to have that kind of faith. Did you ever find out what happened to them?
No, but Dad always said that we could be sure that God was holding them in his hands, and no doubt God still is. God promised.
Well, is that a great promise or what?